Start us off, fucker.
It is showtime. It is me, your sleepy boy, Global Outcast.
Sleepy
And
boy.
the sexy beast next to me is the...
Bold of you to call me sexy, but I'm the anime shogun.
Yeah, we're two idiots who like anime, nerd shit, and everything else nerdy. And he's taking charge today, so
As much as
be gentle.
I'm being forced against my will here.
Be gentle with me. It is my first time.
You are sick. All right, so let me pull up my script here because I'm retarded. No, just kidding.
No, I
So, well, we already knew that.
am.
Fucking hell, we already knew that. All right, so today talking about anime romances. Like, who was your first crush in anime?
I'd either have to...
First time you watched anime, like very first anime you ever watched. Who was the first person to get you to fall in love?
Either Misty or Winry. I had to think about that for the last for like this entire week. And the only thing too I could really think of was either Misty or Winry, because Misty was when I first watched Pokemon. I didn't know it was an anime.
I mean, I'm sure everybody knows who Misty is.
Yeah, I didn't know Pokemon was anime until I got older, and I'm all like, oh, then yeah, Misty was.
Yeah, I don't think it gets classified as anime because I think a lot of people consider it to be like American.
It's not, though.
It's more, yeah, that's it. It's not. It's more, it's very popular Japanese animation because they have a whole different name for Ash. I think it starts with an
Satoshi. Yeah, I think it's Satoshi. But yeah, I heard the manga is way different than the cartoon, than the anime. And I want to read the manga. I really do. I want to read the manga because I want to see how different it is.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to probably find it online.
Probably, and either that or Winry. Winry Rockbell from Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, which one?
I first watched Full Metal Alchemist, and then when Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood came out, I watched that because I was excited. I'm like, oh my god, they redid it! Right. But yeah.
I was about to say, because man, I don't think a lot of people would really know who Winry is.
Yeah, Winry Rockbell. She is pretty much. She is pretty much Ed's pretty much love interest.
Yeah, so we'll get into that whole thing here in a minute. I'd have to say my first one was Chi-Chi.
Of course.
From DBZ.
I always thought you would have gone with what's her name? I'm having a brain fart because my brain shut off. Blue hair chick.
Bulma.
Thank you. Brain don't work well right now.
No, so the reason I went with Chi-Chi for the very first was because Bulma was more, how do I put it? Like, I'm trying to think of the words for it. Like, she didn't quite strike me as the, like, almost like traditional housewife.
Oh, she struck me as a straight traditional housewife.
Bulma?
No, not Bulma. Sorry, Chi-Chi. Yeah, Bulma does not strike me as a traditional housewife.
That's right, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't go with Bulma, because Bulma does not strike me as a traditional, like, housewife. It was more. Yeah. She was, that's why I chose Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi to me was more of the traditional housewife.
Yeah. I think that's why Bulma and Vegeta work out so well.
Probably. I'll give you that. Probably.
Speaking of Bulma and Vegeta, I love their response. It's written in our DNA that we love strong-willed women. Piccolo in the background is, that makes so much sense now.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Yeah. No, my first one was Chi-Chi. And then the second one from... was Botan, actually.
Where was that one from?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay, I still have yet to watch that anime.
Well, that's because you're an uncultured swine.
It's because I haven't heard of it since I started watching. Since you guys showed me Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and I found out Lanny, who did Vegeta, Piccolo, fucking Krillin, and how many others, he started with Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged.
Yeah, so when I would stay up late past my like when I was a kid, my mom would told me you better go to bed. I would stay up to watch Adult Swim, and I would be watching like the reruns of Dragon Ball Z of the Frieza saga because it showed like a lot more than the other sagas did.
Yeah.
So I would stay on to watch like Toonami or Adult Swim, and I would be watching Dragon Ball Z, the Frieza saga, where Goku's just showed up about to fight Frieza, or I would be watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and I just fell in love with Botan because just the fact that she puts up with I'm forgetting his. I want to say his name was like Inosuke, but I don't think that's right. But the main character, she put up with his BS, and she'd even hit him with some snappy comebacks. But like just her character design, like I just kind of fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should have went outside and touched more grass as a kid.
Nah, you're good.
All right. So that being said, let's talk about who was your like. Who do you not approve of as like a ship, as a couple? Like,
Are we talking official ships or like non-official?
let's talk like the top 3 official ships you do not like. Like you could have sat there and be like, no, that person should have ended up with that person. Then we'll do like the top 2 or 3 that fans are out there saying that you're like, no, that's the one. I'm gonna have to disagree with the fans.
I may get a little hate from either the fans and or you. Goku and Chi-Chi.
Oh, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow morning. I'm gonna hit you so hard.
Well, the reason why I think that is because I think Chi-Chi would have been better with.
Use your words carefully, boy.
The dude, I'm having. Ah, damn, me and my brain farts today.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Speak, boy, speak.
Just call me Porky Pig with my stuttering. Um, the dude who dies all the time.
Goku?
No. Weaker.
Yamcha?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how
there-
they. That's how it was. That's kind of the little. That's what they did in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I feel like she would have done at least done better with him because Yamcha
Is it because they're both human?
No, it's because Yamcha can. She wants that stable household, and Goku wants to train and fight all the time.
Yeah, he's a Saiyan. Yeah.
Yeah, which makes sense. But I feel like Yamcha would have given Chi-Chi that stable house, that stableism type thing.
Yeah, but I think Yamcha's character design would have to strongly disagree with that.
That is
because
true.
Yamcha was kind of like a playboy.
Yeah.
That's how they kind of like built up his design to be of. He was going to be like a playboy rock star. And
yeah. I think the second one would have to be the main character from SAO and the chick.
Kirito and Asuna?
Yes. I just felt like
If you say Leafa, I swear to God, you have a fucking incest like fetish.
No. The way. Okay, first things first. What is it with incest in anime? Cousins
mean?
loving cousins in anime. Elfin Lee, cousin loved cousin. Fucking weird.
I think it has something to do with like look at like Japanese porn. I think incest is like a big thing.
It's weird.
No hate to the Japanese, but I'm just guessing here.
It's weird. I never really liked. They were nice in the. They were like a decent couple, but I felt like they wouldn't have done well in the long run.
Kirito and Asuna?
Yeah.
Okay, even though they are the couple, so then who would you replace Asuna with, or vice versa?
I would have replaced Asuna probably with. Ooh. Not Sunny. Probably. Probably the
Sion?
yeah, probably not Sion, but probably the blacksmith.
Lisbeth?
Probably. It's been forever since
The,
I've
she,
seen the
she, she,
since
she
I've
has
seen since
pink
I've seen,
hair.
yeah, it's been forever since I've
Lisbeth.
seen the show. It's been
Yeah,
forever
that's
since I've
like,
seen
yeah,
SAO.
that's who your fucking cousin would probably end up shipping him with.
That's what my brother shipped with too.
Okay.
And the third would have to be. Oof, that is a tough one. Probably. Oh, fuck. I can't think of a third one.
Well, you better start thinking.
I would probably have to say then.
Do do do.
Right?
Do, do,
Right? I'm having brain
do,
farts here.
do.
Shut up.
Fuck, you were so unprepared for this today.
I tried thinking all week and I couldn't think of anything. Any kind of shit.
God
Because I liked
damn.
most of them that were like. I liked most of them. I liked most of the official ships. I really did.
Okay, I hate to tell you this. I think you need to just take a week and just watch some fucking anime.
I did.
Amateur hour over here.
I did.
Come on, give me something.
Ooh.
Fairy tale. Give me
Ooh,
something.
ooh! I just figured the third one. Demon Slayer.
Time.
Demon
Okay,
Slayer.
we're going new school now. Okay.
Yeah, new school. Dorito and the Nezuko and the Dorito dude. I call him Dorito because that's what like a lot of abridged esque things have called him. The dude who does the lightning style.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard like Dorito from a few other people. I'm like, he's now a Dorito to me.
Dorito.
Well, on his thing, he has like triangles, red triangles, Doritos.
Yeah.
I didn't. I feel like that.
You're talking about Zenitsu.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like those two wouldn't. I didn't like those two a little bit. I didn't like. He was annoying. I don't know who I would have shipped her with, but I probably would have shipped him. I probably would have shipped him with someone else that was all like wasn't in the anime or manga, and be all like, yeah, he found a girl later on in life and fell in love, and she
So
married
you're
this dude.
against the whole him falling in love and chasing Nezuko around.
It's a funny thing, you know. It's a funny gag, but at the same time, I felt like it wouldn't work.
All right.
Yours?
That was painfully awkward to sit through.
You're welcome.
So my first one I would have to disagree with would have to be.
It's okay to be wrong.
I actually would have to kind of go opposite from what you said. I think I would have to go instead of Vegeta and Bulma. I would actually pair
really?
Vegeta. Yes, I would pair Vegeta up with Khalifa.
From Universe 6. Oh, that would have been an interesting
That
move.
to me would have been interesting because, you know, look at the original Saiyans from their home planet. You know, look at Goku's mom and dad. They were both Saiyans, hence how Goku was born. Vegeta's all about Saiyan pride. Mm-hmm. I would have seen him more with Khalifa because even though Kale was like the prince of Universe 6, Khalifa seems more power hungry.
Yeah.
So she seems almost like the like equal footing with Vegeta, if that makes sense. Because Vegeta's all about power. He's all about climbing that through hard work like Goku, but Vegeta's just more of he's too proud about it. He's too prideful. Where I kind of see that with Khalifa as well. But in that same regard, to argue, I would also maybe pair Goku up with what is her name? The one that's basically like Khalifa's like sister or best friend.
Oh, the chick who has the lesbian crush on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the female Broly, as everyone has pretty
Yes,
much
the
dubbed her.
female Broly.
Everyone that has pretty much dubbed her as the female Broly, and it kind of makes sense.
Well, when she gets okay, so yeah, her name was Kale, and Kaba was the prince. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would pair Goku up with Kale, just because Goku's an idiot and Kale's that soft, kind-hearted kind of person.
Yeah.
In that regard, that I would do that. That being said, um, I it's hard for me to because my second one was going to be a fairy tale one, but I don't watch enough fairy tale to really say. I just who Urza's partner is. I guess it's just one of those that I kind of like meh. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain. I would have liked to see her with one of the Dragon Slayers. I guess I don't know. And it got awfully
Jalal.
quiet over there.
Sorry, I was looking up his name because I was having a brain fart too. Jalal. Jalal is his name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, to me it just feels like I said, I can't really use fairy tale because I don't watch it enough.
Yeah.
But I guess I will kind of go with you on SAO as well, and I don't know that I would go Kirito and Asano. Don't get me wrong, they make a great pair for how it is now, but I may have gone with him and Sinon.
Really?
Yeah, I saw a clip. I don't know if it was from Gun Gale Online or from one of the movies, but they're in real life, and he picks her up on his like crotch rocket,
Yep.
and I was kind of like, and they were all making fun of her, like, "Oh, that's your boyfriend," and I'm kind of sitting here like, I see that a little more than him and Asuna. I like him and Asuna, but I think I'd probably go with him and Sion more.
Yeah.
That being said, my third one would have to be no, that we're talking about ones we're disagreeing with. Okay. So okay, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
Let me pull it up because I don't remember much from Yu Yu Hakusho. Like I remember watching it. Yusuke, that's what his fucking name was.
I told you.
No, you didn't. You don't even watch it. Shut your fucking mouth.
You know what? You can't prove anything.
I like Yusuke with Keiko. I like that, especially for my childhood. I really like that. But I would have liked to probably see him ended up with Botan.
Okay.
That would be my third one. Would be Yusuke with Botan.
Okay. Really gotta find out which one that one's on so I can start watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
Funimation has it. I believe Crunchyroll has it.
I'll have to take a look later.
Yeah, uncultured fucking swine. So, let's talk ships that we do approve. And this time we're going to switch it up and go top 5.
Ooh, top 5 ships we do approve.
Actually, hold that thought. Your top 3, were they fan-mades or officials?
Officials that I liked, yes.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that
liked
would be my...
I will go different with you. I liked Bulma and Vegeta. I liked their banter.
Hold on. Right. Hold on, though, because we just did officials. Let's talk fan-mades that we don't agree with the fans. That's right. We're going to take some shots at the fans now.
Oh, yes. Top three ones. Yes. Naruto and Sakura.
Okay.
Sasuke and Hinata.
Okay. This is going to be all Naruto.
And Urza and Natsu.
Fair enough.
None of those would have worked, hands down. Like I had those 3 prepared, like fans, ships. I had those down. The ships I didn't like, official ships, I liked most of them. The 3 that I didn't like, those were stretching it that I thought they could have worked, but at the same time I thought would have worked better with the other ones.
Right.
Yours unofficial?
Sadly, I don't listen to much of the fans for me to
That's fair.
So, oh, that's hard to say because again, I don't listen to much of what the fans. No offense to the fans, but I don't listen to much of that. And I do have to agree that I do not care for um Naruto with Sakura because they already threw a jab at that in Shippuden from what I saw from a clip.
Yeah.
So that's one of those that was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Um, Another one I'd have to say is, um, I don't know how I feel. Or I don't agree with Gohan being with either Lime or Irasa.
Okay.
You don't remember who either of those two girls are. Irasa is, I'm sure it's Erasa, but that just sounds weird. She is Vidal's best friend in the Boo Saga.
Oh yeah, the blonde chick.
Yeah, with the one with like the bob cut.
Yep.
And then Lime was the one that he went on the date with,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
But I would have to either go. No, no. You know what? I'm gonna completely strike that out. No, the one I do not agree with, and it's probably gonna piss a lot of people off because I know they really liked it, but I just nope. I have to say no to it. Bardock and Fasha,
Okay.
because Fasha was the one female Saiyan that was in like Bardock's group.
Yeah.
And I don't see that being a ship. Everybody thinks that that would be a great ship, but I don't because to me they seem more like they would be best friends, like almost like Thor and help me out here, dumbass. Who am I thinking of?
I'm drawing
Fuck,
right front.
she was married to him in God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Sif,
Oh, sick.
Sif. You know, I see Bardock and Fasha essentially like Thor and Sif. Marvel version where they're best friends and they're comrades.
Yeah.
Um I see that. Uh for my that was my second one. Gotta think of who the third one was.
Do 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 do.
Hey, the only reason why I did that is because you take fucking forever. Um So I don't know about this one. I don't know if I like I've heard about it and I don't know how if I would have to agree with it. This one's I'm gonna throw it in there, but it's kind of like an iffy. Is Shido with Kurumi
Okay.
because Kurumi does not. I don't think she sees him. I'd have to rewatch the anime, but I don't believe she sees him as a love interest.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason why he is the way he is, like with her, like I said, it's awkward for me to kind of say, is because you know the show he basically has to get them to fall in love to seal their power. He never did that with Kurumi, and Kurumi wants to eat him essentially for more power. So that one I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, it's weird. Like I don't know, you know, it's weird for me to sit there and say.
Yeah.
Trying to think of another one just in case the people do not like that. Like I said, I don't really pay attention to much of that stuff, so it's like hard for me to kind of sit there and say because from what I watch, I don't really know of a lot of uh fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? Of like fans shipping, you know, this person gets shipped with this person. I don't really pay attention with that, but otherwise, okay, this one probably could be a good one for the third one, just in case they don't want to accept what I've said before.
Oh.
People, I guess, from what I've heard, because I am part of, sadly, the toxic community of My Hero Academia, and I know a lot of people ship either All Might and Inko or Bakugo and Uraraka. I'm not familiar with All Might and Inko as much, so I think I'm gonna have to go with Bakugo and Uraraka. That is a ship that no,
I
just
would
no.
I would second that one.
Well, I was gonna say like I was gonna throw Naruto in there, but I didn't want to try copying what you said because you already stole the good two ones that are very popular.
Oh yeah.
But I would definitely have to sit there and say that like the biggest one would probably have to be Uraraka and Bakugo.
Yeah.
But that wraps up for our fans that we do not agree with.
Yep.
Let's talk fans that we do agree with. Like what they sit there and they want to see and what they think is good.
I really don't know any. I know it hasn't been official yet, but I know a lot of fans have shipped. In My Hero Academia, they've shipped the Electric Dude with
Jiro and I know
yeah,
his hero name is Charge Bolt.
yeah, him and her. I know those two shipped those two a lot together, which I actually agree with because it hasn't been official, but I know a lot of fans have shipped those two together, which I actually do agree with. I know a lot of fans have shipped Natsu with Lucy, which I also do agree with.
Well, but that's official though, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's been kind of no, it's not. It's the hero Mashima. He kind of hinted and played with it a little bit in the newest iteration of Fairy Tail Wonder to Your Quest. If you guys ever want to read that manga, go ahead and do it. It's fucking amazing.
By the way, to answer your question, it was Denki.
Okay, thank you.
Denki, Kaminari, and Jiro, a lot of people have shipped, which I do have to agree with.
Yeah. In the alternate universe that they go to, they have the alternate universe. I forget that name. They the alternate universe, Lucy and Natsu got together and had a daughter. And everything like that. So he has hinted and played with it a little bit. Also, two characters in a far off land that look like each other are a couple. So he's kind of played with it and toyed with it and hinted, but it's not really official. So it's still fed speculation.
Sum it up a little bit, Brandon. Sum it up just a little bit, so that way we don't go too long.
Yeah. But yeah, they have speculated a little bit, but not too much. So those two and
yeah, I think that's what some people classify as official, is if it was kind of in the show, then it's kind of like, well, it's there.
I don't say it's official until the creator has said, there, it's in the manga.
Right. Well, I like I said, that's an argument we could do for a different episode.
Yeah.
That's just what I think, because you've got some animes that the creators don't officially sit there and say, but it turns out that is what has happened. Like, they are official. But like I said, that's something we could have a fun episode with later.
And
so
my
your first one was Denki and Jiro. Your second one was Lucy and Natsu. So who's your third? Who's your
James
third?
And Jesse from Pokemon.
Oh my god, I knew you were gonna fucking go there. You know, some people actually ship Jesse with Ash.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean, Jesse's like 15 and Ash is like 10.
Even still, for a 15-year-old, she's got some curves.
Yeah. But,
not saying that to be in trouble, but for a 15-year-old, and people shipping a 15-year-old with a 10-year-old, and they're making a 15-year-old that curvy, there is something wrong. Go touch some grass.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, so what's yours, 3?
My first one would have to be Yu Asui and Fumikage Tokoyami.
Okay.
It's Froppy and Dark Shadow.
Thank you. And I'm like, those names sound freaking familiar.
Sue is Froppy, she's the frog. And Fumikage Tokoyami is the one with the bird's head.
Yep.
that commands dark shadow.
Yep.
A mad banquet of darkness. But I think those two would make an interesting couple. And I know a
They
few
would make
fans
great.
have, like, I came across a picture where there was, it was Midoriya and Uraraka, Todoroki and Momo Yaoyorozu, Denki and Jiro, Kirishima with Mina Ashiro, and I believe they even had either Meizo Shoji or it was Mashiro Ojiro with Toru Hagakure, which I know what she looks like.
Yep. So do I.
I got it because I bought an album, but we are not going to get into that. So,
Fucking pervert.
hey, I have my taste, you have yours. Fuck off. Didn't even realize it was her until I saw the pictures, and then I was like, oh, well then. But yeah, I think my biggest ship from Class 1A would have to be Tsu and Fumikage Tokoyami.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the two different animal like characteristics you do not see mixing.
Yeah.
But I think they would be an interesting couple.
Yeah.
Like, that would be interesting for sure. My second one, as much as it would have to be weird for me to say, actually, no. I'm taking my first one and I'm bumping it down to the third one. My second one would have to be another My Hero Academia, and it would be Eraserhead with Miss Joke.
Yep.
Wow.
I could see those two.
Those two, because they're not actually couples, but she talks about how she wants to and all that. And
She
I know a
wants
lot
him.
of people. I know a lot of people ship those two, and I think that would be interesting.
Oh, she wants him. Hands down, she wants him.
Oh, I love the banter. Their banter is like how you said Vegeta and Bulma.
Oh yeah.
Their banter together is like, come on, a life with me would be full of laughs. You know, that sounds like an actual hell.
Marry me. No.
That's what I like. That's what I laugh at. But it would either be those two for my second one, or it would be Nejire Hado and Mirio Togeda.
Okay.
Just because Nejire is like they've both kind of got that comical smile and comical side to them. Like she's like that sweet, funny, and he's just like the class clown.
Yep.
But I think those two would make a good pairing if I didn't go with Eraserhead and Miss Joke.
Okay.
Now, this one's hard. This one is hard.
Not as hard as me.
Hey, keep it PG for our fans. God.
When have we been known to go PG? All right.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Like I said, this one is hard to sit here and say because there are so many people that have shipped with this person, and it's hard because I'm tossed up between literally a bunch of different people. So I'm just
Okay.
going to list them all off. Asta and Sekirei.
Okay.
Asta and Charmy would be interesting. I don't know if I would actually go with that, but it would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave one out because I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. I'd have to find out or find the tweet from the author.
Asta
But-
Noel.
Shut up.
I was right.
Asta and Soul would be interesting. Asta and Mimosa would be interesting. Asta and Vanessa would be interesting. I don't know if I would go with Asta and Kahano. I don't know if I
Okay.
would go with that. I would definitely go Charlotte and Yami for fucking sure, hands down.
Yeah.
Then I would also go Asta and Rebecca.
Okay.
And, you know, I would also sit there and say Asta and Sister Lily, but he already screams that, like, throughout the whole damn show, so I'm not even going to bring that up.
Yeah. Yeah, he
All
screams out
right.
every episode and every
All
manga.
right. What do we want? So let's talk official ships.
Official ships. I personally like the Iowa class ships. Personally,
Funny.
I try.
I'm gonna let you list off your three. I gotta take a break here for a second.
Yep. My three official ships would have to be, in Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple, the two, Kenichi and fuck, I forget her name. Kenichi and hold on, Mightiest Disciple. What is her name? It's driving me nuts. Mew. Kenichi and Mew. I always liked those two as a power couple. And also, Skune and Mocha. For those of you who like older school animes, Rosario Vampire. Skune, Mocha, Skune, Mocha. Those guys were always awesome and funnier than hell. And the last one would have to be Rin Tsuchiimi. I forget. I'm destroying that name. And Asa Shiguri. I loved those three.
Official, I would have to go number one, Asta Noel, hands down. Come on.
Yep. I saved that one for you because, well, you'd kill me.
Smart move. So, for sure, I would have to go with that one. Second one, I would have to definitely go with Deku and Uraraka. But as a close second, following behind Deku and Uraraka, I would definitely have to go with. I'd have to watch a movie. I forgot her name. It's All Might's like sidekick or not sidekick. David Shield. It's Melissa. Melissa Shield. I would have to pair him and her up, even though Deku's like 15, 16, and she's like 18. 17, 18, I'd still pair those two up.
Okay.
Because I could see a love interest there. Like, I'm not saying there is one, but I could see it. And, I think that she could help him in ways not to be taken pervy, but I think that she could help him with technology way more than Hatsume could.
Kinky.
But shut the fuck up. But I would also have to probably do Deku and Mei Hatsume.
Yeah.
My last one.
For your last official one?
Yeah, last official one. That's hard. Because there's so many good ones out there that I like. Like, I don't have, like, a top 5 because I like a lot of them. Like Naruto and Hinata I like. But, my third one would have to be... trying to think of something that's... because I don't want to go popular, not something that everybody knows. But I would have to go with... Oh, that's hard because, like I said, I want to. It's hard to pick. I want to choose somebody, but it's so hard because I've got so many that I like that are a good pair. It's difficult. I'll say that. I think my official third one I would have to go with. I'm gonna bite the bullet on this one. Would be Luffy and Boa Hancock.
Oh, really?
Even though that's why I said I'm gonna have to bite the bullet because it's not an official ship because Oda has not declared who Luffy's love interest is.
Yep. I really don't think Luffy knows what love is.
Well, Luffy's like Goku, where he probably thinks that it's like a food, but that's not. That's an argument we could have for a different day. Again, it's hard because we've had this discussion before, where if you look at the key factor for Luffy, his straw hat is the most important thing to him.
Yep.
Yes, it's his crew and all of it, but what's the one thing Luffy what makes Luffy? It's the straw hat. That is literally his character ID is the straw hat.
Yep.
And they made it made a huge point that the straw hat is Luffy's identity. It's the most important thing to him.
Yeah.
Boa has never held on to it or wore it. Nico Robin has never held on to it nor wore it. Nami has.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, controversy that it's going to be Nami. But I would have to go with Luffy and Boa. But if people do not accept that, then I would have to go with Senpai and Nagatoro.
Okay. I can respect that.
Now, as a little side one here, because we got 5 minutes before we want to wrap this up, the other one I really want to push to is
Yep.
Iruma and Amory.
Where are those
I
from?
think those two. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma.
Okay.
Iruma is the main fucking character. Iruma-kun. Come on
Yep.
now. Fucking amateur hour.
I'm having a brain fart, alright?
And Amory is the tall, redheaded fox chick.
Oh, yeah, that chick. Oh, yeah, that's funny. I remember her.
She's the one who mistakes the sacred text. It's manga, and she thinks that it's like some sort of actual, like, sacred document, and she can't read it because, Japanese does not translate to demon language, apparently.
Yeah.
And, he can read it, and he reads it out to her, and she starts to enjoy it. But those two would have to be, like, the third one if people cannot accept Luffy with Boa.
Yeah.
Because good ones is that one, or Nagatoro with Senpai. Hell, somebody could probably even argue Lloyd and Yor from Spy X Family.
Yeah.
I won't say those two because they're not an official relationship. It's all about keeping their identities, so I don't consider it an official ship.
Yep.
But like I said, it's hard because there's a lot of shows that I watch that have a lot of good ships with them, like actual official ships.
Yeah.
I'm sure if our third partner was actually on here and not a little bitch, that's right, shots fired, I'm sure he would have referenced a few. I'm sure he would have referenced, I just saw one, Misfit of the Demon Academy. I'm sure he would have made a reference from that anime.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that you didn't reference anything from Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
That kind of threw me off a little bit because I was expecting you to say that.
Got to keep you on your toes.
But in that same regard too, I'm surprised they didn't reference Kaguya-sama Love is War, because that's a good romance comedy.
I would have thought you would have put that.
I would have thought too, but to be honest, like, it's a good anime, but I think the biggest thing for me is more of the voice actor who plays Magna is the narrator for Love is War.
Yep.
And to me, he is the show.
Yeah.
Like, on season 3, like, I fucking just started crying because I was laughing so hard, because Kaguya makes the reference, well, it's not like Love is War and the first one to give their heart is to be conquered. And you just hear Magna chime in. He's like, get it? Because it's the whole point of the show and the fucking name of the show. And it's just like having Magna do it in his voice. I had to rewatch it literally 50 times. I counted 50 times and I still couldn't stop laughing because I was crying so hard.
Yeah.
Otherwise, other ships that I would have recommended was, and you're probably going to hate me for this, Brandon, and I don't really give a shit. I would have done Shion and Rimuru. I would have done Shuna and Rimuru. I would have done Malim and Rimuru.
No.
No what?
No on the Malim.
Why? Oh, let's get this in a
She's
minute's
just
time.
not.
Let's get this
I
in.
don't think. I don't think she's a good. I don't think she'd be a good fit for him. She's way too childish.
Okay, in that argument sense, okay, I'll give you that. I thought you were going to mention the whole her childlike figure, and I was going to be like, you do realize she's older than like everybody combined.
She's just way. Yeah, yeah, I know that. But she's way too childish. She's just way too childish.
What about Frey, the Sky Queen?
Maybe.
With that hunking body, I'm gonna have to say yes. But let's wrap this up.
Yes. All right, viewers, you can check us out on YouTube. Any and all, pretty much, shit we've put this on that you guys have been listening to this on the podcast. As soon as I figure out if there's any kind of comments on any of the podcasts, I will check those out. If not, you can you can go check us out on our Facebook page and see what's your favorite. Tell us your ships that you liked, you disliked, you thought would work better, official ships you liked, and any and all that kind of stuff. I will put and you can chat with, tell us in the Discord. We have a Discord. I will put it down in the show mores